Hello everyone, my name is MrNJersey and welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to be talking about this week's bi-weekly announcement here in Stormworks. Today we are going to be having a look at the poll results and also the upcoming feature of Halloween here in Stormworks. But before we get started, if you are enjoying this video, don't forget that like and subscribe button and click the little bell icon to be notified of my upcoming content as soon as it gets posted. And as always, while you're watching, let me know your comments in the video below. And with that all said, let's get straight into it and get started with this week's announcement. So it's that time again for another bi-weekly announcement here in Stormworks. Now we've got quite a few things to talk about and a few things the devs have gone and mentioned in this week's announcement. Now starting off from tomorrow, the 24th of October, it's now of course Halloween here in Stormworks. Usually every time this year we get a Halloween theme in Stormworks, so you'll see that as you go throughout the bases here in Stormworks you will see some decorations. There's also going to be some equipment or some clothing that you can go and wear during this Halloween time. I don't know how long it's going to last for. I think it's usually about a week or 2 weeks that the Halloween theme lasts here in Stormworks. And of course they're also saying that if you see anything with red eyes in the water, do not go for a swim. Now we all know, or at least all those that of us have been playing the game for a while, we know exactly what that means. But for those of you that haven't been playing the game for a while, I'll leave that as a surprise for you to find out during this Halloween theme. Along with that, the devs also said that they have been working on some new parts for the modular engines and also fixing some balances and some changes there. So I'm really happy about that. Obviously in the last discussion we had, I said that that needed to be worked on next, and looks like obviously the devs are listening to us. So I'm really happy that they are focusing on that. They also have a big announcement about the official poll that they ran a few weeks ago. Now they did get hundreds of results and thousands of people voted for different features that they wanted here in Stormworks. Now of course we made a whole video discussing it and going over my opinion and my thoughts on some of these features and what I thought would be good, what would be bad, and how I would like to see them implemented in the game. And I'm happy to say that pretty much we were spot on. So we're just going to go through it, obviously look at it from a dev's point of view and what they discussed and what they said. Now with the results, we seem to have got nuclear reactors, which got the highest voted for amount, followed by weapons, sails, natural disasters, AI ships, cooperative vehicle building, Arctic ice breaking, space, and there's a few other ones that come in. And yeah, so let's go through them. Let's talk about them. Obviously see what the devs have said about them and how they're thinking of implementing them here in Stormworks in the future. Now of course they said that they're not going to obviously implement all these features, and even if they are the most voted for thing, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is coming here in Stormworks. Of course they are going to try their best to get these features in, but at the end of the day these are the developers. They choose what features they want to get in and add into the game. Now obviously the most voted for thing was nuclear reactors. Devs obviously said that with nuclear reactors this is something that they can see in game. It is something that you might see on submarines or you might see on large ships here in game. And they've also said that they are thinking of adding this in. It was very highly voted for, and they're thinking of balancing it in, obviously adding it in at some point. We don't know when, but they're going to be quite large and heavy. So it's going to be quite hard to get them in your smaller creations. And they're also saying that they might do some type of modular design with these nuclear reactors or nuclear power. So you'll be able to maybe build some kind of like special engine room to contain it and might have different pieces. So yeah, I think this is great. And as I said in the announcement a few weeks ago when we had the feature poll, as I said that I would love to see it. It's just obviously something that needs to be developed and needs to be added in at the right time. So I'm glad the devs are going with that. The next thing, and obviously the most controversial thing, is weapons. I was on the fence about weapons. As I said, I like the idea of having weapons, and obviously a lot of you also do. But as I said, I don't think it fits into the whole search and rescue theme of Stormworks version 1 as it sits now. And once again, it seems like the devs have also got the same idea here in terms of they say that they want to add it in. They want to add in some warheads, naval cannons, and maybe some smaller vehicle mounted guns. But it's not coming in Stormworks version 1. This will either come in as an optional expansion or as a DLC. So you will have the choice of whether you want this or not. It will not be added into the search and rescue gameplay or theme of Stormworks here in game. Exactly what we said a few weeks ago when we did the video about the poll. So yeah, pretty cool that they're going to be getting this. I have no time frame. Obviously, I have no comment from devs on when this is going to be coming in, but I'm sure it will be coming in at some point. The next thing is sales. Obviously, this was the next highly most voted for thing. Everyone wanted sales here in game. And as we said a few weeks ago, it does fit into the somewhat of a search and rescue gameplay. However, with them, they said that obviously getting the balancing right is going to be hard, but also how they're actually going to get this into game is going to be quite interesting for them, and going to be a little bit more technical. So I wouldn't expect to see this anytime soon, but possibly in the future we will get sales here in Stormworks. The next thing is natural disasters. Natural disasters, they said, is a great concept. As I said, I would love to see more natural disasters. So they're thinking of obviously definitely adding this in. They're asking for opinions on what type of natural disaster would you like to see. Would you like to see volcanoes, meteorites? What type of natural disasters would you like to see? So this might come very soon or later on. We don't know, but I can definitely see this fitting into Stormworks. The next thing is AI ships, planes, and helicopters. Not much information of what they've given us here, but they have said they are thinking about it. It is in discussion, but I wouldn't expect this to be seen adding in Stormworks anytime soon, to be honest. But it is a cool feature. I'm just a little bit worried about performance. As it is right now, you spawn a couple of vehicles in, you are really sacrificing your performance. And so if we have these AI ships and AI aircraft already in game, built in, how's that going to perfect performance for someone that's just coming in the game, maybe has not the best computer? I'm a little bit worried about that, but I would like to definitely see like this added in. It's definitely a thing that I want to see here in Stormworks, because the world of Stormworks is a lonely place. If you're playing in single player, it's just you and the missions and the NPCs. So definitely, I think this would be quite a cool thing to have in. Cooperative vehicle building. Yeah, we need it. As I said a few weeks ago, we definitely need this. A lot of people love playing with their friends and love building creations together. So having it in game is a no-brainer for me. It should be added in game. I think it's a great one. Next one is ice breaking. Hell yeah, I definitely think this is a good idea. And as I said a few weeks ago, imagine having the Arctic surrounded by ice. As they say in their announcement, exactly the same thing. Imagine having an island surrounded by a massive shelf of ice, where you have to use the force of your ship to break it down, or go into it and start breaking that ice down. Definitely think this is a cool feature. Or maybe if you want to go and drive your vehicles over the ice, maybe the ice might break, you might fall into the water. Really cool, very interested to see how this one's going to be developed. Space. Once again, very accurate on the video we did a few weeks ago. Dev said that it is a good idea. It's going to be a lot of fun. However, it's not something that's going to be coming into Stormworks, staying with the search and rescue gameplay of Stormworks. This will once again be another feature that's probably going to be added on as a expansion or as a DLC, where you can have the space part of Stormworks. Just as we said in the video a few weeks ago, we want to stay with the search and rescue gameplay. Yeah, it's a great concept. But at the moment, focus needs to be on search and rescue. Focus needs to be on version 1, getting the features right, adding the things like modular engines in, getting the bug fixes, getting multiplayer, getting career fixed. Big one there. As you guys have been following on the survival series, there are a lot of things that need to still be fixed here in version 1. But it's getting there. It is getting worked on, so I'm happy to see that. And eventually, yeah, I would love to see space. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And then on to the last one, which is storm moves. Well, I didn't speak about this during the announcement. There was a particular reason why I didn't speak about it. A lot of you commented and were like, oh, you forgot it off the list. Well, I didn't. This was, as far as I'm aware, it was more of a joke. And it was more of a little companion that I don't know and I don't think we're going to see here in Stormworks. It's a cool idea and it's something funny, but how useful it's going to be is a little bit of a stretch, but it was still a little bit of a joke, but yeah, still cool. Anyway, that's pretty much about it. Dev said, of course, they are very thankful for everyone that has contributed to the poll, for everyone that has gone and voted. And I guess from what I can make out from this, they are going to continue working on the experimental branch, continue adding the modular engines, getting that branched out. And then obviously we're going to start to hopefully see in the next few months or quarters, we'll start seeing some of these features that we have voted for. As I said earlier, don't expect the first feature to come in game going to be the nuclear engines. It's not going to happen. It's going to come in progressively. The devs are going to choose what they want to add in there, and it's going to be logical pieces of features that are going to get added in. I still really want customizable windows, and I would love to hear you guys in the video description below go and comment with windows, because I really want them. But that's just my thoughts. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. As always, let me know what you are most excited for, what features you want to see here in Stormworks. And as always, I hope you have enjoyed this video and found it entertaining and informative as always. And we'll see you in the next one.